So I don't really have a witty opener to go with this video, and it's in a different location, and I don't really have my makeup done like I normally do, but that all kind of goes with this video. But yeah. It's Shelby. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be discussing my 5th diagnosis in my little series on my channel that's all about my medical conditions. And unlike the other videos where I've done my makeup and I wear a color that corresponds to the ribbon for that disorder, my disorder that I'm going to be talking about today doesn't actually have an awareness ribbon because it's not really a disorder. But the way that I have it kind of is. It's confusing. But what we're going to be talking about today is my vitamin D deficiency. So, yeah, vitamin D is the vitamin that you get from being outside from the sun and different things like that. And the reason that I classify it as a disorder or something is because I have the type of vitamin D deficiency that is chronic. So where some people go and they try to give blood or something, or they get, blood tests done just for whatever reason, and they're vitamin D deficient, it usually goes away. Mine is pretty chronic. I've had my vitamin D deficiency. I've been vitamin D deficient for about 2 years, maybe a year and a half. And when I say I'm vitamin D deficient, I'm very vitamin D deficient. I'm chronically low, very, very low vitamin D. So vitamin D deficiency is actually pretty self-explanatory. It's you are deficient in the vitamin D, which means you don't get enough of it. It has nothing to do with me not going out in the sun enough or anything like that. It's just I'm vitamin D deficient. And vitamin D and bone health go hand in hand. So it does make sense that I am vitamin D deficient because of my bone disease, because I don't, my bones aren't strong, so it just makes sense. And a lot of you have to have high vitamin D, or you have to have good vitamin D to have good bone health. I don't have good bone health, so my vitamin D is not that high, and vice versa. Vitamin D deficiencies are actually quite common. The kind I have is not that common. It's kind of common, but it's not nearly as common as just a normal vitamin D deficiency. But a normal vitamin D deficiency is very common. Over 3 million people have been diagnosed with a vitamin D deficiency, just like a normal one. And I have a list of some of the symptoms, not all of the symptoms, but some of the symptoms that come along with having a vitamin D deficiency. And my paper just flew away. Talk about the symptoms that I have. So let me explain why I don't have my makeup done and all that stuff. So with a vitamin D deficiency, when I'm low, so I have a a lot of vitamins that I take. I have like a calcium plus vitamin D, and then a normal one a day that has vitamin D in it, and then normal vitamin D supplements, plus I have this is my key that I have to take every day. I take a tablespoon of this a day, and it's vitamin D3, and it's 5,000 international units, which is quite a bit. And I take a tablespoon of it a day, or 2 tablespoons sometimes. Let me give you a reference. So it says adults take 1 tablespoon daily. Do not exceed recommended dose. Yeah, I take 1 to 2 tablespoons, so that's quite a lot for a 21-year-old female. But when I don't have that, because sometimes it's like out of stock or some crap like that, which I was out for quite a while, I can definitely tell. But when I'm really low and I don't have my vitamin D, I feel really tired, I feel really down, I just feel really blah, and this kind of is the perfect representation of it. And I have actually neglected to take it the last 4 or 5 mornings, just because I am very forgetful, and so I've been very bleh, and for some reason today it's just kind of caught up with me. But I'm going to read you guys some of the symptoms, and then I'll tell you which symptoms that I experience. So, one of the symptoms is muscle pain. I don't really have that one. I do sometimes, but not generally. Constant respiratory problems. So a lot of the symptoms with a vitamin D deficiency and a lot of the symptoms of my bone disease are pretty similar. So most of my symptoms are from my bone disease, but vitamin D deficiency can also cause constant respiratory problems, which I do have. If your head is really sweaty, depression, fatigue, which I experience, slow wound healing, I experience that one, hair loss, high blood pressure, and very, very easily bruising. So definitely easily bruising. And eye twitches. So my eye twitches right through here when my vitamin D is really low. And I do bruise extremely easily. Like I can tell a huge difference when I don't have it than when I do have my vitamin D, because it's crazy. I wake up with crazy bruises. Like, it's really crazy. Just so many light little things bruise me really easily, and that's because of my vitamin D deficiency. But yeah, that's about it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. The next and final, not the final one, there is one of my diagnosis that I actually forgot to mention because I don't know, I always forget about this diagnosis, and it's actually the one that I was diagnosed with before my bone disease. But since I forgot about it, I will talk about it at the end. So the next one that I'm going to be covering is my insomnia. So stay tuned for that, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry, I'm really like spacey today. Yeah, that's it. Please comment down below if you have any questions, give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification if you want to know anytime I post. I love you all so much, and goodbye.